Minnesota for a little interconference action here at the Target Center. Bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. Here's Brunson. Edwards with the block.
Well, I love whenever Edwards is this engaged defensively. Excellent job coming up with the block.
And despite his young age, Coach Van Gundy, Anthony Edwards' leadership qualities growing day by day.
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot of it's because he is great at both ends of the court. Confident, charismatic, upbeat. He's learning that delicate balance between taking over a game and bringing his teammates along for the ride.
Now here's Towns. There's the three. Randall grabs the board.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Edwards with it. Clock at 6. Lets a floater go. Fires it up. That one wide left.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Brunson, no good.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Conley with it. Brunson picks him up. Randall outside. It's rebounded by New York. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Anunoby outside. Pass to Towns. The layup missed.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Edwards drives in.
Just a ferocious play by Edwards, taking the contact but staying committed to his finish.
Right side Towns. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
And just very little chance of that pass finding the target from that distance.
Now let's find out what head coach Chris Finch had to say to David Aldridge. David?
And they're focused on limiting one of the best shooting bigs ever in Karl Anthony Towns. Now, Coach said earlier, Towns is a machine on the offensive end. We'll try to make Cat into a passer and get the ball out of his hands. We'll see if they can accomplish that. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Edwards with it. Bridges covering. Randall outside. Back to Edwards. Shoots over Anunoby. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face. And he just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Now here's Edwards. .112 left here in the opening quarter. Gobert the screen. With the teardrop. And the rejection by Towns. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns. .103 left to play here in the first. Goes to the reverse layup and keeps it in.
You know, they like Randall to be an offensive presence in the paint. They want him to be an option on every possession.
Brunson. And Towns throws it down.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. Randall, no good. Bridges outside. To the inside. Here's Anunoby. Gobert with the block.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Another shot, and he banks in the layup.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
On the wing, Anunoby.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Tie game in Minnesota. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, you can bet their coach is encouraging them to keep up the extra effort. It's more than paying off.
You coached Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But do you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet? There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Randall with the bucket. Randall's got his second bucket.
And when Randall gets rolling on the drive, there's almost no stopping him. His size and athleticism are going to get him to the hoop. Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Back to Randall. Excellent D that time from Robinson. The Knicks with the lead and pushing it up. Here's New York. Towns wide open. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 9 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And how about the confidence right there? Towns feeling like he can shoot whenever and wherever he wants.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first, but there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, DA. Thank you. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Outside Edwards. There's the pick. Edwards slashing inside. Can't get it to fall. The Knicks leading by 5. Anunoby outside. Pass to Tucker. Right wing. New York moving the ball around. Reed with the rebound.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Now, here's Tucker. Hart with it. McDaniels defending. Back to Hart. 6 to shoot. Wants to get it to Robinson, and does. Reed with the rebound. They can get back in front with some points right here.
Yeah, they got behind, but really hung in there and didn't let the score get out of hand.
Outside, Edwards. Shoots over Anunoby. Edwards getting the close range, too.
Well, right there, Edwards uses the screen to create the space he needs.
Stolen by McDaniels. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Edwards. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first half. And here's Tucker. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Robinson. 2 on the clock. Tucker can't get it to go. Now Edwards. There's 21 seconds left in the second quarter. It's deflected. Here's Anunoby. Here's Robinson. And the Knicks miss again.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. Great look. Just couldn't finish.
He got it up. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Tie game in Minnesota. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And it's Conley with the ball for Minnesota. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Minnesota in the lead. Shot clock at 6. About 1 minute played here in the second half. And Randall throws it down.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randall to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
Anunoby right side. Here's Robinson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Randall left side. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Important point there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's Brunson. Still scoreless. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That is his first foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
Bridges, right side. 20 feet out. And the jumper is on the mark. Towns has got 15.
And this is what Towns is capable of. He's an incredibly gifted offensive weapon who can score at all three levels.
Randall down low. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
And the defense cannot underestimate Randall's strength. Pushes right through the contact and gets the shot.
Here's Towns. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
Well, they have to be thrilled with how reliable he's been tonight.
Sweet move. Outside Conley. Up top, Gobert. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one is on Towns.
And Gobert knows his role on this team. Rebound, block shots, and look to score near the basket.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. You know, Coach, what more can you ask? The reigning 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert.
Well, Kevin, since you asked, his impact in the playoffs hasn't always been the same as during the regular season. That's got to be the next step.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Outside for Robinson. He can't get it to go. Good D by Miller. Minnesota leading by 6. Pass to Reed. Got a hand on it. McBride with the ball. Right side Towns. Reed with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. 1:31 left to play here in the third. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Robinson, that's good.
Oh, that's a nice read from Brunson out of the pick and roll.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Looking to get it going. Strong move inside by Edwards.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Knicks trail by 6. Towns for 3. Miller grabs the miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Oh, here's Edwards. 8 points for him. Over McBride. Pass to Reed. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. For 3, Edwards. The shot misses. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the paint. Here's Robinson.
And there are subtleties to Big Cat's approach. Nice pump fake that time. And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Two shots.
First one falls for him. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. That one is no good.
You know, the size, talent, and fearlessness of Towns is a lethal concoction, a prime-time player who poses many problems for the defense.
Out to Edwards. And it's, yeah, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, it's good to have him.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Knicks trail by 7. New York moving the ball around. Outside, Towns. To the middle. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Timberwolves leading by 7. Up top, Edwards. Pass to Reed. Here's Gobert, defended by Towns. Clock at 4. It's Edwards on the wing. No one near Randall as he lets it go. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The dunk by Achua.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Edwards, no good. Knicks trail by 5. Pass to Anunoby. One of the best 3 and D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
And really, as solid as he's been at the line, I had already chalked those points up. Goes to show you, though, don't take anything for granted.
Edwards with it. To Gobert. A second chance effort. And finished off by Gobert.
And the slam. If Rudy gets that ball anywhere near the rim, he is going to finish it.
Good on the bucket.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Edwards can't hit. Knicks trail by 5. Pass to Hart. Bridges with it. Now defended by Gobert.
Oh, staying strong inside. Brunson going right into the coverage to get the call.
And the first one at the line is good.
Jalen Brunson taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Brunson. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 3-point lead. Driving inside. And the layup is good.
Well, look, it's tough to keep Edwards out of the lane and tough to stop him once he's in there.
Here's Hart. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Hart's got his first points in this one.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Randall from outside. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Knicks trail by 3.
2 minutes.
Here's Hart. Back to Bridges. Towns for three. It's good from long range. Towns has got 23 points.
And this is why he's a go-to option. Towns enjoys getting a chance to come up big for his team.
Randall outside. 4 on the clock. Inside. Gobert. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Here's Edwards. Top of the rafters. He punched it in.
Are you kidding me? Well, you need a bucket? Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch gene.
Down low. Towns. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Edwards inside. It's in!
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
Oh, come on. You cannot let that happen in this situation.
This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
Pass to Towns. Out to Brunson. New York moving it around. Back to Anunoby. 5 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. When they foul intentionally, they're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
And so they foul intentionally.
Second team foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And the second of two is